Hey there, are HR issues giving you a frown? Turn it around with Smart HR. We are renowned.
Products are expensive, there's marketing stability. Here, everything is just off the roof. It's a lot to ask me, honestly.
Entrepreneurs, lend us your ear. We're here to solve your HR problems crystal clear. From hiring to policies, we've got you covered.
So there are many efficient ways that helps you to still remain ethical and still serve your clients with the intention of the brand.
Tune in, discover the HR world anew with Smart HR. Success is within view. Entrepreneurs, gather near and far. Let's conquer HR challenges, no matter how bizarre.
In the dynamic landscape of entrepreneurship, managing a successful business extends beyond just offering great products or services. Now, one crucial aspect that often gets overlooked, especially by startups and small businesses, is supply chain management. This isn't just about moving goods efficiently. It's also a significant human resources challenge for entrepreneurs. Welcome to Smart HR, the show where we explore all human relations and human capital management matter for entrepreneurs or startups. I am your host, Chukwunonso Modi. Today we're looking at supply chain management as our case study talks about issues related to the efficiency, or we would say reliability, of their logistics operations, and of course its impact on customer satisfaction and retention. Now, supply chain management should be on every entrepreneur's HR radar as it encompasses the entire journey of a product from its creation to its delivery and down to the customer. Of course, we have our HR expert to give insights and actionable tips to excel in this aspect. But before we meet our expert, let us hear our case study for today. Entrepreneur has some challenges that she's facing, the top of the list being supply chain management. Let's meet her.
Hi, my name is Adu Oluwaseun and I'm into food manufacturing, which is Gari Ijebu. I ventured into other food items like local snacks, kokoro, gurundi, coconut candy, etc. And I also do dried food. So my HR issues is one, that's logistics in terms of delivery. The logistic companies sometimes that I use are always very slow due to them doing other deliveries, and when they want to deliver mine, it takes like forever, and which makes my client want to go into or want to buy from another client. Secondly, in terms of low audience in my Instagram page, sometimes when I post, I hardly get like 1 or 2 likes, comments 0. So I don't know if the timing when I post is wrong, or I'm not doing enough, or I'm not targeting my audience enough. I don't know what the problem is. And also, my sales is so low, and I know my marketing skills is good, but my sales when it comes to selling is very, very low. So I don't know how you can help. Also, in exporting, I'm having challenges in exporting my items to people in diaspora. I have challenges with that, and to people who sells items in diaspora. So I really want to know how you can help me on that.
All right, we have heard from Adeoluwa, who is a budding entrepreneur doing her best to push her business. I mean, it's a lot to handle, especially when you're putting in the work and you have a lot to offer. But then that's why we have our HR expert to answer your questions and throw more light on this topic. This isn't her first time sharing immeasurable knowledge on the show, and we are glad to have her back with us. Welcome, Joha. It's a pleasure to have you here.
Hi, Nansu. Thanks for having me.
All right. Now, we have listened to Adeoluwa now, and she has spoken about her issue. But let's start with the first one, which is the logistics. What would you say is the problem here?
Okay. So from her story, you can tell that she's, she really wants to please her customers, right? Mm-hmm. And she's burdened by the fact that logistics companies, send out her deliveries late, and she thinks that this might be a reason why people she has less patronage because people ordinarily go to the person who delivers quickly. I mean, quick service delivery is very important for every business, right? And but I think first we need to identify what she had promised her customers.
Okay.
Now, did she promise them, oh, your orders will be delivered to you immediately, or 2 hours, you get same day delivery, or 24 hours delivery? What was the promise that she made to her customers from the beginning? I feel like if we can identify that, we can know what the problem is. So if it's a case that she has promised, same day delivery, then that might be an issue. Trying to meet it might be too much pressure. We see a lot of pages on Instagram where they tell you that delivery takes 2 days or 3 days, and sometimes you say, oh, because of that you won't patronize them. But that is a you problem most times, because you require this service urgently, or you require the product urgently. So I think that only affects people who want immediate urgent delivery, right? But if something that you plan for, you would want to make your request, or buy it on time, right? And you shouldn't have a problem if they say it's 2 days delivery. If you know that this vendor that I like so much does 2 days delivery, you will want to place your order 2 days before the day when you actually need it, because that it is a 2 days. I don't think that it should be much of a problem. I don't even think that her customers are lost because of that. All I need her to do is to specify to her customers when delivery is going to be available.
Okay.
Now, sometimes you can say you do 2 days delivery. By the time you're packaging delivery, somebody can order, right? And they can be in good luck, knowing that your orders are going to the same place that the person is located, and you can tell the person that you're in good luck today, you can get your order delivered right away because we have it available and we're shipping to this destination at this time, right? And sometimes that even makes your customer to buy in immediately. A lot of times you slide into DMs and we're not really sure yet, but when they tell you that, if you pay now you can get it right now, you want to buy it right now. So I think that she should just plan what her delivery time would be like, right? Okay. And communicate that properly to her customer, so that it takes away the pressure of same day delivery, if that's what she had promised before. And to achieve that same day delivery, right, she can decide to have her own logistics person in-house. But that is, largely determined on the level of orders she gets daily. Okay. Right? You don't want to have a delivery person who is sleeping because there are no orders. The person is just relaxed, they're not doing anything much, and you're paying them a salary. And in fact, having a delivery guy and your own delivery bike is costly. Yes. It's costly because you have to pay the person, and you need to also purchase a delivery bike, right? And maintain it, fuel it. It is expensive. It can be more expensive than using a logistics company even. It depends on what your inflow is like and how many orders you get daily, and if you really need it. Now, alternatively, using a logistics company, you may decide to opt for just pick two instead of randomly getting anyone when you get an order. Subscribe to like 2 logistics company that you can rely on over the years or the months that you have been using them, and you see that they're actually better, right? Subscribe, ask if they have a package where you can pay monthly or where you can pay for priority service, the kind of service that will make you call, they respond. And I think that if you solve your scheduling issue or your orders, if you can schedule your orders in every 2 days or every 3 days, you should be able to plan adequately with the logistics company, and they would know when to come and pick up your orders and deliver. That way you can keep your customers happy and provide maximum customer satisfaction with your quick delivery service.
All right. Yeah, I do agree with you on that. And this has brought me to the topic is supply chain management. So how crucial is its role in helping business growth? Like now with this logistics thing, it's obvious that it's deterring her business. So for businesses aside hers, how can they ensure that they take this really serious so they can grow?
Okay, so there is a supply chain part of, even getting the raw materials to you before you now produce. Then there's the part of you having to send your already finished goods or product to your customer. Now, logistics and supply chain is very, very crucial to every business. And I think that the most important part is, one, identifying the vendors that you want to use from end to end.
Okay.
Who are these vendors? Identify them first. You need a first choice. You need an alternative for everything, for every raw material, or or for whatever role they play in the entire supply chain. You want to identify the people that you want to use from the beginning. Now, schedule the time. When do I need this? Afterward, if you want to sow gari, for instance, after you put your gari, you might need, there's water next, right? So water comes next after this, sugar comes next. You want to arrange and schedule your vendors and everybody, in the entire chain to know when they are coming in, so that there is no delay. Ensure that, give them enough time. How long does it typically take from when I need A to when I need B? You want to plan properly so that your A, by the time it's time for B, B is already arriving.
Okay.
Or, B has gotten there. By the time it's time for C, you don't want to store. Sometimes people have all the raw material. Maybe all you don't have is like diesel to produce, or the artisan who is supposed to fix something has not come. It's all about planning, right? You need to be able to plan end to end, who comes in at what time, and when do I need this person, when do I need this. And generally, like in your business too, you want to plan, like take your business as a baby, right? There is a time for the baby to start crawling. There is a time for the baby to stand. There is time for everything. So, and I'm going to use this to enter into our next issue of visibility on social media.
Okay, yeah.
Right? Because when I heard that question, I was going to say, hire a social media person now. But then I thought of the fact that, what if our business is not in that stage yet? It's not in that level yet. You might think that, maybe I should do it myself, right? There's a time where it's bootstrapping that we call it, right? There's a time where you have to do everything. You're everything. Especially if you're in a sole proprietorship, you are everything for a long time, right? So if your business has issue with social media visibility, it might not be time for you to hire a social media person or social media staff on your team. You don't need that. You might want to take a course. You might want to outsource to. There are people who, help small businesses, pay them like 30k, 40k monthly. All they do is help you to do promotions and so that your brand is more visible. You might want to also pay for paid ads on Instagram, for instance, so that your brand can become more visible. But again, like I said, it depends on what stage your business is. I don't know how, I don't know what the scale is like, right? But you need to understand what stage your business is right now, and that would also determine whether you can afford a logistics person. Remember we said that, can you afford a logistics person, or do you need to stay with your outsourced, delivery guys? Yeah. Can you afford a social media person, or do you need to go and take a short course on it? Some people are doing some courses of 10k, 5. There are even some free courses, or maybe Udemy or Coursera that don't cost so much or almost free. Or you learn, how to market, how to position yourself on social media. There's some social media marketing courses that you can just quickly take, and that helps you to be able to carry it out by yourself. You can also use another thing you can do for your brand visibility. Get your family and friends. They're on social media now.
Yeah, true.
They're on social media. They're eating your local snacks and things like that. Let them post it too and tag your page. Right? Get them to post it, tag your page. That already somebody remember that I saw this thing somewhere, and that person saying, I've seen this thing again. That's the best that you can do. If you attend, if you go to church, sometimes carry it there. I remember during the election, some lady came with chin chin and whatnot for free. But the only thing she said was that follow me on social media.
Oh wow!
To get chin chin. And people were hot and tired, and she gave you chinchin and zobo, and people were just under the sun, and we say follow on social media, right? I will follow you. Give me you show her that you followed her, and she'll give it to you.
That's a nice marketing strategy.
Yes, that's another thing that you might want to do to increase your visibility and even your sales, because once people know you, when they try for free, you're like, madam, this thing. So how much? I've already followed you, okay, but how much? I want to pay for more. I need more. Can I get more? What do I need to pay? How do I get? Do you supply in large quantity? And that's how it starts. So you want to also attend some programs, volunteer to give some things for free. I don't know your pockets, but what can you afford? Volunteer to give something. Tell them, follow me on social media to get this. That's all you're giving, right? Is as good as paying for whatever it is that you're making. Is like as if you're paying for marketing or you're paying for somebody to. It's the same cost. It's about the same cost. So just do it. Everybody around you now, and what is your packaging like too? Okay. Right? Does it have every information that people need to come back to you? I think I've already entered the marketing issues too with this.
Yes, you have.
Does it have everything that people need? Does it have a social media handle? Does it have a phone number for them to order? By the time everybody in your church is eating your local snack, or everybody has a small pack of Ijebu Gari or something that has all your details, it has gone to different houses. It goes far, and they just see it. I remember one snack, I can't remember the name. Hey, fun sticks or some fun snacks, something like that.
Fun snacks.
Or something, I don't remember what the name is, but yeah. I remember one time, it was so nice that day. I called the phone number and you just tell them thank you. Yes. You think that people don't, look at numbers on your branding, but they do. I do sometimes. I'm very funny like that. I do, right? Because I'm a foodie. So sometimes I want to even call and just say, this thing was so nice. Thank you. Yes, I do it, and I'm sure I cannot be the only person in this world that does it. Some people call to patronize, right? So make sure that your branded item or your packaging has everything that people need to direct them back to you. But please take advantage of this. It's not free to you, but it is kind of free, right? It's the best way to get people to follow you, to try out your good. If they don't try it, they can't recommend it, they can't patronize you, right? A lot of times they might need to try it first, right? And you get them to do some of all these things for you, and you just see your followers would increase, more recommendations or referrals, and your business can just grow a bit more. Attend events, learn some things, you can nothing stops you from attending digital marketing or YouTube events, or and just anything that can help you to increase the skill that you need to grow your business. And when you go there, don't go empty-handed. Just go with some freebies that you can just give to people, and just say, patronize me or follow me and whatnot. And that's how to start.
Yeah. I mean, I do agree with that, because I remember there was a seminar I went for, and while they were teaching, they were giving freebies, and I'm like, I still have the bag at home up till now. So I resonate with what you're saying. Yeah. She also mentioned exporting. So what would you advise her on that? Because I mean, she's also trying to be there in diaspora, so I'm not just stay in just Nigeria. So what advice do you give her? So
I'm not an expert in exporting, but I know that if you've done your marketing right, people would want. I don't think our problem is that the problem that she doesn't know how to send the things abroad.
Yes.
You find those people on social media. Try not to be scammed. I am not an expert. I've never tried to export anything, right? And usually when I want to send anything, I send it through people. So, but I'm not an expert. But I think that if you search well, you would find them. And you need to, when you find them, you need to see, find out if there are more people who have used their service and are satisfied. So do your background verification well, so that you don't get into any trouble. You don't use the wrong hands and further dissatisfy people who are abroad and waiting for your product. So please do your research well. I'm sure you find them on social media. There's so many logistics guys who promise to, export for you in good time and for, a good enough amount of money. So you want to explore them, but please, all I can just advise is make sure that you do a review check and see that people or customers are actually satisfied with their service, so that you don't get into the wrong hands, because it's costly. they will charge you. A lot of them charge you in pounds or in dollars, depending on the country that you're sending to. And you don't want to spend that huge amount of money to deliver, only to, for your items to be lost or missing, or for stories to come in. So please be careful.
All right, thank you so much, Joha. I mean, I, with the marketing skills you've given her, it should also help too with exporting, because I mean, by the time she puts it all in your face, people from there too. Social media is a really great tool, so they'll definitely catch on and then call her. Once again, thank you, Joha, for coming on the show again and for dishing us. I mean, you really gave us back to back. So
I hope this was helpful to everyone that is listening. Thank you for having me, Naso.
All right. Thank you for tuning in. We hope you found our discussion on supply chain management informative. Do not forget to follow us on social media, Facebook, Instagram at Africa Business Radio, and on Twitter at Africa Biz Radio. Leave a comment, drop a review. We'll love to hear from you. Until next time, take care.
This podcast was proudly brought to you by ACT Foundation.